For many years, people in the OSU community have been buying certain mechanical keyboards only because other top players at the time were using them. This trend is of course still very much alive today, but for the most part people have gained a lot of knowledge regarding mechanical keyboards, and as such they feel inclined to recommend certain brands over others for the quality of their builds. For a very long time people recommended idke keyboards as the best pre-built keyboard, but in the last couple of years people have been more inclined to recommend keyboards by a brand called Leopold. After all, with players like idke flying tuna or Aereo, I got curious myself, so I got this Leopold keyboard and today I'm gonna review it for you guys. It's worth mentioning that I bought this keyboard all the way back in September of 2019, so I've been using it for more than 1 year. So in this review I'm not only going to talk about this keyboard in general, but also my personal experience with it. This is also a good moment to announce that I'm officially affiliated with mechanicalkeyboards.com. Mechanicalkeyboards.com is the leading website when it comes to buying mechanical keyboards and accessories. You can choose between a variety of different brands and decide which keyboard fits the best for you. They are based in the US, but of course they ship worldwide. So when you purchase a mechanical keyboard on mechanicalkeyboards.com, make sure to use creator code SPAZA at checkout to send me a small commission and help support the channel. That's once again code SPAZA, SPAZZA. Thank you guys. Make sure to join my newly partnered Discord server, like this video and leave me a comment giving me your thoughts on this keyboard and giving me more suggestions on what keyboards to review. Now let's jump into the unboxing. And there it is, that's the box right there. I gotta say, the box itself is already very high quality. It's not your usual cardboard, very low quality that looks like it belongs to Domino's Pizza. It's actually got some kind of fancy texture, which really speaks volume about the quality of Leopold in general as a brand. Opening up the box, we have the keyboard itself with a nice dust cover, which we can take out for now because we don't really care about it. There's the keyboard itself. As you can see, it's got a very sleek look. It looks extremely professional, very minimalistic, which is something I definitely enjoy. And it comes with a variety of different colors or color combinations. I decided to go for grey and blue because that's the most common one. We have some paperwork in here which we don't care about. We only care of course about mechanicalkeyboards.com. Make sure to use code SPAZA at checkout. In the back of the box we of course have our cable, which is unfortunately not a C-type, but it's actually a mini USB cable. I don't know why there is, but maybe it doesn't matter too much. When it comes to this small cocaine bag, we of course have a keycap puller, a USB to PS2 adapter and some other keycaps which you can use for the dip switch, which is located in the back. We of course have 2 flat rubber feet in the back as well as 2 flip-up feet which are rubber tipped, so that's a nice touch. You can't actually choose between 2 different types of inclinations, you can only pick one, but that's not too much of a big deal to be completely honest. There's the mechanicalkeyboards.com sticker right there, and the dip switch, which if you guys don't know, it's basically a thing that allows you to switch between certain keybinds on your keyboard. So for example, you can switch between the shift and the control key if you want, and that's why they give you extra keycaps in the box. Me personally, I don't really find a use for it. I don't think it's that useful, especially when it comes to OSU, but if you have special needs, those special keycaps are gonna do wonders for you, so that's good. I was trying to type on this keyboard without actually plugging it in, so that's how you know I've been very sleep deprived recently, but in the back we are met with another nice surprise. It's an empty space where you can fit your cable in and make it go either left or right or the center based on where your computer is or what your personal preference is. That's very nice. Now let's go for a typing test. When it comes to typing, Leopold is probably the very best keyboard I've tried thus far. There's just something about it, I don't know what it is. I'm pretty sure it's the keycaps, which by the way, if you're curious about them, they are of course double shot PBT keycaps and they are very thick, coming in at 1.5 millimeters. They feel absolutely amazing to type on. They have this very paper-like texture which just feels amazing. It's super satisfying to tap on this keyboard and most of all, it's very efficient. About the general build quality of this keyboard, it feels extremely sturdy, it's super solid, I can tell it's very high quality and it's top notch. Even if you're an angry gamer, one of those specimen monkeys that actually punches their keyboard and slaps it on the wall every time they want Miss Harumachi Clover, your keyboard is probably gonna be resistant enough for your rage because it's so well made. Realistically, the only way you can break this keyboard is dropping it on the floor, even though it's probably not gonna happen anyway, and even then I'm pretty sure it wouldn't completely break, just damage the keycaps at best. Jumping into some Osu gameplay, this is where, however, I don't think the keyboard shines too much, in my honest opinion. Now, as I said, there are plenty of players who have used this keyboard. After talking to some of them, I basically realized that this keyboard can either be a hit or miss depending on the person. Of course, every single thing in Osu, including keyboards, is completely subjective, and just because I personally didn't really enjoy using this keyboard, it doesn't mean it's got to be the same for you. My main problem comes actually from those keycaps, because as I said, those keycaps, they do feel nice when it comes to typing and gaming in general, but when it comes to Osu, where you literally just have to press 2 keys, I think that paper-like texture actually doesn't feel very comfortable. But once again, I just want to reiterate, this is just my own opinion, okay? Some people, as soon as they get the Leopold keyboard, they are able to finally connect with nature, they are able to dev stream 300 BPM right off the bat because they were looking for keycaps like this. To me, that's never been the case. In fact, if you go back to some of my old live streams, you can see that I actually replaced those keycaps because I thought it was just a matter of getting used to them. But as it turns out, they just weren't for me, you know? I think this keyboard is absolutely fantastic when it comes to everything else though. The very sleek professional looking design, the profile of the keycaps, which are extremely comfortable to type on because they are very similar to Cherry profile, by the way. The build quality is stellar, and I seriously do think that even if I didn't really have the greatest experience with it, it probably is objectively the best keyboard I ever got. I mean, just looking at the keyboard, I've been using this for more than 1 year and it's still brand new, and I'm a gamer, okay? I'm a greasy ass gamer that actually types and plays every single day, so that's how you know this keyboard is very resistant. Now I know what you're thinking, Spaza, if the problem is the keycaps, just change them, what are you doing? Well, I did try to change them, but they just didn't feel natural, man. I don't know what it is, I don't know. Like, I can't explain it because, as I said, I think for everything else this keyboard is just fantastic, and even for gaming in general, other games. But Osu specifically, Osu Standard rather, where you literally just have to press 2 keys, I just didn't feel good with it, and I think that's fair for me to say. If you want to get this keyboard for yourself, I recommend you maybe try those keycaps beforehand, or maybe try this keyboard itself at your friend's house if you can, though that's very unlikely that you have IRL friends considering you're an Osu player. I will probably try to get a PBT set of keycaps to apply on this keyboard to see whether that makes a huge difference, cause to me it's a big shame, cause I really do think this keyboard is one of the best, as I said, but I really want to explore its full potential without those textured keycaps that are holding it back, in my opinion. Speaking of which, if you guys have any suggestions about PBT keycaps with no textures on them that feel more natural, make sure to tell me in the comment section so I can maybe get them and apply them on my Leopold keyboard for another video. If you want to get this keyboard for yourself or check other keyboards from Leopold or other different brands, I will leave a link to the website where I got it from, which is once again mechanicalkeyboards.com, and you can use code SPAZA at checkout to help support the channel. Until then, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, join my Discord, and I'll see you guys on my Twitch. Have a good one, guys.